editing your video from, let's say, different clips, different scenes, different locations, your audio is going to change in volume. This is measured in loudness, called LUFS. It is not a good viewing experience for me or for you when the volume gets really loud and then it gets really quiet. I'm sure you've noticed this in some people's videos where some scenes get loud and some scenes get quiet. It's inconsistent. It makes you want to reach for the volume knob and adjust it all the time. You want to put the volume up, then they get really loud. You want to put the volume down. It's inconsistent. So I'm going to show you how we can determine factually, mathematically, if the volume is the same. It's using a standard called LUFS, which is based on the human hearing. It's called the loudness unit. So it's not necessarily based on, it's based on a couple different factors, such as the gain, but also the frequency, because our human hearing is more sensitive to hearing in the vocal range compared to the bass and the high frequencies. So it takes all that into account, and I'm going to show you how we can do this for free in DaVinci Resolve so you can have a better video experience for your clients, for your viewers, and for yourself. Hopefully, as more people learn this and become better. Let's hop into DaVinci Resolve, and I'm going to show you how we can do this. You can see the waveform here. It gets bigger and smaller, bigger and smaller. This is when I'm talking, when I'm not talking, etc. Here, look, you can see how much louder I am here compared to here. So let's go ahead and hear like some differences here. Let's say from here. Well, obviously nobody's talking here. This is just a vlog I did.
This guy.
Right?
Hold on. Let me get a photo.
Oh, they likes me.
All right, so there's a go. Now let's see what's going on over here. It's pretty loud.
That lady that was holding the baby goat, she bought it. Oh, yeah, they're gonna go home and eat it. One day. We gotta do this tug of war, bro. You think you can win?
Yes, you?
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right, so you can see that it's louder in some areas and not louder in other areas. Or over here. Let me see what's going on over here.
Imagine if they were
So everything's gonna be more quiet. So how do we know exactly what the volume loudness is? Yeah, we can see the waveform is small, but that's not a real way to measure something. So if we go to the Fairlight tab here, this is for the audio section. Let's go ahead and make this bigger so we can see. Now you might be thinking, oh, well, this is big. So we can actually zoom in on the waveform without adjusting the levels of the audio. Let's go ahead and do that. If we go to, let's just, here, under help, if you look for zoom waveform, it'll show you where it's at. So let's just reset it. So that was zoomed in. I guess I had it zoomed in from before, but we can increase the height. See, we can increase the height just so we can see it better, etc. That's just in case your waveform is really small and you want to see it better. So let's just increase it by 1 so we can see this better for today's video. But here under loudness section in DaVinci Resolve, we have, these are different like loudness measuring. You can use YouTube here, and it's going to want to basically get your video to negative 14 LUFS. So as we play the video, we're going to see the short-term max.
Yeah, it's decent place, it's good.
The range of loudness. So this is like
sweaty.
The range of loudness is how loud you're getting compared to how quiet it's getting. It's the range. The integrated is the loudness across the entire video. I guess it's once you've played the video because it's based on
water, but
it's based on the measurements as you play the video.
I almost
So let me see if I move it.
And we just took some nice photos. Yeah, it's decent place.
You can see here there's a momentary M. I'm sorry guys, I forget to zoom in. This M is the momentary graph.
What do you think? Oh, he's sweaty from the tug of war.
It's water.
Oh, it's water, but.
So you can see I'm getting up to almost negative 14, negative 20 there. Let's get to a quieter area here. Let's get to maybe this area here. See, it's like negative 26, negative 38. That's the loudness, right? Let's move to something quiet here. See, the loudness is negative 38.
Pumpkins everywhere, hundreds and hundreds.
So you can see in different areas, we have a mathematical way to know for sure how loud something is becoming. So when we move to higher volume areas, the momentary is like literally in the exact moment, what is the loudness? The short term is like the average over a few seconds. I'm not sure how many seconds, maybe like three seconds. So basically between your clips, our goal here is now to get the clips to be the same loudness between the clips. Because when I make cuts, I don't want it to be a cut and then gets really loud. I want it to be a cut that matches the same volume. So we can do this either manually, there is an automatic way to do it. And there's also some audio processing we can do. We can see here it's momentary between like negative 26 and then boom, it drops down a lot. to like -38.
Hold on. Let me get a photo.
But then it gets loud. So when we want to average out this entire track, we're going to want to use a compressor. But there's something we could do for all of these clips. It may not be perfect, but we can right click and we can go to clip operations. We can go to normalize audio levels. And now we have different ways to normalize. The sample peak is not an extremely accurate way. It's just going to do the peak of the waveform. Let's go ahead and do that. Independent means it's going to do every single clip independently. Relative means it's going to do every single clip that you have selected. So let's just do independent. This is going to be to -1. So right before it starts clipping. Even though it's sample peak, it's not that accurate. So let's just go ahead and normalize. Let's see what happens. You're going to see some clips now are louder and some are quieter.
All the guys staring at me.
But the peak on all of them should hit -1 sample peak. But we want to use something that uses our audio acoustics, well, how we understand and how we hear audio. To do that, we're going to go back to clip operations, normalize audio levels, and we can do true peak is an accurate way, but it's based on the peaks only, which is not important. We want to use one of these. ITUR -1. This gives you LKFS, which is loudness units. I'm not entirely sure what the difference between LKFS and LUFS is, but I'm going to go ahead and put that in the description so we can learn about it all together. You can go from 0 being the loudest and -30 being the quietest in terms of units of loudness. YouTube wants you to get to -14. That's where they're going to normalize it to your whole track when you upload it. So we can just start at like -20, -20, right? Independent means it's going to look at every single clip and make that entire clip -20. So if you have a really long clip with high parts and low parts, it's going to average that. If you have a bunch of short clips, it's going to average those short clips individually. So let's go ahead and do that independently. And let's see, it's going to do some processing. And we're going to see how the clips look different after. So now I know every single clip here between this range and this range is going to be -20 that we put. So let's go ahead and play it. Let's see. The integrated volume right here is going to become -20 if it has long enough time to calculate it. Because you need a certain amount of duration. You can't just do it for
Slowly.
a small section.
He might spit at you. No, not like this. Like just gently. Like don't like.
All the guys staring at me.
No, he looks like he.
Oh, I never even pressed start. Let's do it again.
We ate fresh go at that farm.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look at that one.
So you can see when I was laughing close to the mic, it was getting way louder.
Slowly. Be careful. He might spit at you. No, not like this. Like just gently. Like don't like.
All the guys staring at me.
No, he looks like he.
And let's stop. See, that entire clip came out to be -20 LUFS integrated. But there was a loud section and there was a quiet section. So it averaged those to give me a volume for the whole clip that gives me an average of -20. But this part is still going to be louder. This is when we're going to start doing some audio enhancements. So this is, and by the way, this bar right here is true peak. So this is the true peak of the audio, because a sample peak is not representative of the true peak that comes out the speaker. The true peak is the accurate way.
That one.
Now, if we want to normalize the audio, just like in this example, we have loud parts and we have quiet parts. It still doesn't fix everything. We want to add something called a compressor. There is a compressor located right here in DaVinci Resolve, and this is going to apply to the whole track. So you're going to want your vocals or all of your main vocals should be on one track. Or if you cannot put it on one track, you can make a bus, which I'll show you how to do that, which basically takes your tracks, puts them in the bus, and then from that bus, you can put it into the master output. So let's go ahead and use a compressor and see the difference. We're going to go to A1, Dynamics, because this is the track I'm using, Dynamics. Double click it. Might look a little complicated. I'm going to simplify it down for you. There's three different tools in this one dynamic section. There's an expander and a gate, which we don't need to worry about right now. There's a compressor, which we will be using, and a limiter. A limiter is when the audio gets too loud. It will basically cut it off or push it down so that way it does not go over that true peak and cause distortion. We're going to turn on the compressor. And what's nice about DaVinci Resolve is it shows you a graph of what's happening. This is going to be the input. So when everything is a straight line, everything is normal. What goes in is what comes out. So as the volume goes up, as the input goes in, the output goes up. It's literally just 1 to 1. Everything's normal. But as I reduce the threshold, you can see at a certain point, this blue line is going to start making the volume go down. So as the volume goes up to this amount, is going to start lowering the volume. Why would I want to do that? Because I want the difference between the loudest part and the quietest part to be reduced. It's compressed. We're going to compress it. Let's take a look. So we're only going to be focusing on this one section because there's a loud part and there's a quiet part. And as we play, it shows you where the audio is.
Yeah.
This is the input, this is the output, and this is where it's ending up.
Oh, hey, look at that one.
So you can see, like, as I play through the video, most of the audio is usually here.
No, not like this.
So I don't want
Like,
to
just gently, gently.
compress like the bass line. I want to compress the loud parts. So let's go to the loud parts.
Really?
Yeah.
See, so it's getting louder at approximately this blue line. See how it's just sitting at that area? I don't want to compress beneath that. It's going to be too much compression. So we'll find a good spot here. This is where people are talking. And this is the ratio. So as you can see, this is a beautiful visualization. It helps. The ratio is how far do we want to compress it. A good amount is going to be between 2 to 4. There's no right or wrong. It's you really have to listen to it and see what works best. So we'll just put it on 3. A knee, you can see it smooths out that curve. This is really good. Just listen, try some different ones. So let's try with like half knee. Mix, 0 means fully compressed and 100 means dry. So the compressed signal and the regular signal. So this is 100% wet, meaning all the audio went into the compressor. Now, as we increase the mix, we're adding the dry audio, the untouched audio back in, and you can see how it affects the graph. Sometimes you'll want to add a lot of compression, and instead of getting the perfect like threshold, perfect ratio, you just mix that dry audio back in, and it's also going to sound really good. These 3 buttons, attack, hold, and release, is affecting how fast the compressor is going to bring the audio down and how fast it's going to let it come back up. These are the default numbers: 1.4 milliseconds attack, 93 milliseconds release, and there's no hold time. This should work most of the time.
Go at that form.
Really?
Yeah.
This blue bar is showing me how much audio is being reduced.
Slowly, slowly, slowly. Be careful, he might spit at you. No, not like this. Like, just gently, gently. Like, don't like...
I only got staring at you.
No,
So I'm actually going to lower it this way and increase the ratio because I want more compression. So we can get... Let's go ahead and get a lot of compression so we can really hear it. I'm going to increase the hold time. Basically, it's going to come on quick. The compressor is going to attack quick. It's going to reduce the volume quickly. It's going to hold it. And then it's going to release it within 1/10 of a second, which is 100 milliseconds. So let's go ahead and listen now. Now, as we reduce the gain output, we see our output is very low now. I'm going to reset this meter up here so you can see.
Really?
Our loudness units is lower. And you're wondering, oh, well, that didn't make it louder. That didn't make it, more normal, like less range. But it actually did. We just have to make up for the gain that we reduced by adding makeup gain. So let's play it. We're getting how much gain reduction? Maybe -14 up to -20. So let's go ahead and do the opposite. +15.
Slowly, slowly, slowly. Be careful, he might spit at you. No, not like this. Like, just...
See, we're getting almost down to -20, -30. Let's go ahead and turn that up. So now, remember before, we were getting -20 integrated. Let's go ahead and start and play this section again and see what happens.
Go at that form.
And let's look at the momentary
Yeah.
and the range. As this
Oh, hey,
range
look at that one.
number stays low, we know that the audio is more
Slowly,
compressed.
slowly, slowly. Be careful, he might spit at you. No, not like this. Like, just gently, gently. Like, don't like...
I only got staring at you.
No, he looks like he's... Don't be...
Okay, so we got a range of only 4 LUFS. And the integrated loudness went up a little bit. That's just what happens as you compress audio. Now I'm going to turn off the dynamics and see what the range was again. So let's go ahead and hit reset, hit start.
Fresh go at that form.
So
Really?
the dynamics are off now.
Oh, hey, look at that one.
You see how it got way
Slowly,
louder?
slowly. Be careful, you
Like
might-
the
you
short
might spit
term
it. No, not
hit a
like
higher
this.
peak
Like, just
because we're not
gently,
using any
gently, like,
compression,
like-
All the guys staring at me.
and the low parts are still
No,
low.
it looks like he-
And let's stop. The range on this one is 20 LUFS. So it gets really loud and then really quiet. With the dynamics, you saw that we were getting only 4. Only 4.
We ate fresh go at that form.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look at that one. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Be careful, he might spit at you. No, not like this. Like, just gently, gently. Like, don't like...
All the guys staring at me.
No, he looks like he...
Wow. So I'm not sure how clearly you guys can hear the difference on this. Hopefully, you'll be able to hear the difference. But most importantly, if you want to check a section of audio, look at the range in LUFS. The bigger the range, the bigger the range of sound from high to low. So we want to reduce that by compressing the audio. We want to squeeze it down. We want to make the high parts softer, and that basically makes everything more compressed. I'm not sure if you guys everyone was able to follow with me along with this. Maybe it's a little confusing if you haven't done anything like this in audio, or maybe you're already an expert, you're probably not even watching this video. But what's important now is we can look between different sections here. Like, look at that. It's going to go from quiet to loud. Let's just go ahead and remove this. Let's listen from here to here. And I'm actually going to reset this measurement, hit start.
He's got fat belly.
So that only had a range of 4 LUFS. Now I know the audio is not going to get way too loud. People are not going to have to turn up their volume and lower their volume over and over again throughout my video. This might be too much compression though. I would say this is too much compression. So I'm probably going to mix in half of it and reduce the makeup gain. Let's play it again. Let's reset the measurement, hit start.
He's got fat belly.
Cool, so now our range is at 7. So this is how you can mathematically and accurately determine, is my audio too loud? Is it too jarring? Is it getting really loud and then really quiet? Or is it perfect? Hopefully this will be able to help you for your videos, for your clients, for your own YouTube videos, whatever social media you're doing, or even bigger projects, or whenever you're editing, or all you editors out there. This is gonna help a lot. We need to be able to determine whether something is just loud in our headphones, or if it's, because if it's loud in my headphones, it doesn't mean it's gonna be loud for everybody else. But this is mathematically what is coming out of my computer. This is the loudness that is coming out of my computer, and I later can make it, I can adjust the volume, like louder on my playback device, like my phone or their TV. They can adjust the volume how they want. But this is a mathematical measurement. I want to show you one more thing that we can do. If this is all way too complicated for you, way too complicated, there is a feature here. So let's turn off the dynamics. Let's reset this so we can see the difference. Okay. There is a feature here for this whole track. It's called Dialog Leveler. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Press the button, open up the settings. It's an AI dialog leveler. I'm not sure if it's available in the regular version of DaVinci Resolve, but let's see. We can put optimize moderate levels, and you can see, I guess let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens here.
He's got fat belly.
So the blue line is what's going in, and the white line is the level. So let's go ahead and see what this came out to. Start.
He's got fat belly.
So we got a range of 10 LUFS. Now let's turn it off, reset this, start, and play.
He's got fat belly.
Compared to a range of 16. So if you don't want to work with any compressor, you don't understand any of that stuff, hopefully one day you will be able to understand it because it's more advanced, or you can just use the AI dialog leveler and just set what output gain you want, and that will work as well. The last tip I'm going to leave you with today is if you go to the render tab, when you go to audio, go to audio normalization, hit normalize audio. optimize to a standard. So this is gonna do like its own optimization. It's gonna affect how the audio comes out at the end. And you can put it to YouTube, and that will be good for almost all places, for TikTok, Instagram. Yeah, it's like the best for YouTube, but it's just a standard, a target level of -1 decibel true peak and a target loudness of -14. This will be good for any platform. And if you don't understand anything at all of what I said and you stuck with me, then I would recommend you just do this. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below. I appreciate you for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe, and let me know what you want to learn next. I want you guys to be the best at what you do. So let's get to it.